Aloha and good morning, Friday. I hope everyone's had a wonderful week. And today I'm very excited. We're going to be talking about, what to look for in a handyman or contractor. And, I know Honolulu, many homes that we sell out there do need some kind of work, or even if they don't need a lot of work, people like to personalize their taste into the home once they've bought the home. And then a second factor to this that I get often is, I am going to be selling my house, Caron, in the next year, but I do want to improve this facet of the home. Is this something I should do? Will I get my money back? So we'll touch on that today. But, very importantly, what I found, selling in Honolulu here for the past 33 years is, some of the choice locations are definitely older, the homes. And if somebody's looking for more square footage with a condo, they're having to go to an older condo. It's not uncommon in our choice locations here in Honolulu that people now are looking for an older home with land for $2 to even up to $4 million. And, it's finding that choice location and then building the home. And, it comes, the first thing is if you are building or remodeling is, what style of remodel or what style of home do you want? Get recommendations for trusted sources. And, we have every week, as I mentioned in our management meeting, we always update our vendor list. We're saying who's building what kind of home, who's a good handyman, what work are they really great at? And, so call someone that you trust and ask them who they would recommend if you're thinking of remodeling or rebuilding. Once you get that list, one of the things you might want to think of first is, just do a few phone interviews, maybe get an approximate cost per square foot, what things are costing to remodel or rebuild. And that can be very vague at times, but maybe it does give you a bit of insight. When you've chosen someone you feel that you could relate to on the phone a little better than the others, meet face to face, get more of an idea of what they're currently working on, what their experience has been with what you're looking for. And oftentimes just having good communications with that contractor, will really be the big number one choice, because you absolutely have to be able to get on and communicate with your contractor, whether it's good or bad news. And, some of the facts that you may want to investigate are, visit their current work job, see how they're going, maybe call, the people they're working with, get 2 or 3 references, what they're enjoying to work, with that contractor and whether that's what you're looking for. I believe proof of license is really important, proof of insurance, and proof of, once you do choose your contractor, that you have the correct building permit, because ultimately it will all come back to you. What I will do after this talk this morning is give you 3 different resources for more questions and more detail that you should go about, when you're choosing a contractor for remodeling or rebuilding. And I've gone through those articles and just abbreviating a few of the key points, but you may get more insight as you read those. Once you make your plans, get your bids out there again. If you are working with an architect, you'll have a set of plans, of course, and then you want to get your bids. And what I have found personally, and I've heard from other people, a conscientious contractor will not only want to see a complete set of blueprints, but a sense of what the homeowner wants out of the project. Again, that's all in the communication and relationship, but it's important they're qualified too, of course. Compare bids, get a cost breakdown of material, labor, profit margin, and all the other expenses. So you have a full understanding of where you're spending your money. Oftentimes people get upset about the money element of remodeling or rebuilding because they don't understand the costs. So if those are spelled out in a very simple way for you, that will help the process, and that will keep you in the creative mode, which is the fun part about building or remodeling a home. And, importantly, with that contract, set a payment schedule. And payment schedules often will reflect the contractor's financial status and work ethic. For larger projects I'll speak about now, usually it's not 50% down, it's usually 10% at a contract signing, and 3 payments of about 25% during the building phase of your home. And then the last 15% would come once that punch list is performed, that you're very satisfied, as they say, cross your T's and dot your I's. So go ahead and read the resources that I'm attaching to this talk today. But to give you an idea of why remodeling is so important, it does increase the value of your home. And interestingly enough, I'll give you the top 3 improvements for a home that you should look at. Is a garage door replacement, a front door, and windows, and of course we know the kitchen and bathrooms. But hopefully that'll provide some insight. Where do you start? And if a project has structural renovations, or it makes it easy for additional projects to take place, yes, that will definitely add to the value of your home also. It's what will decrease the value of your home is taking a bedroom away. So think very carefully before you take that bedroom away. And even a pool or electronics in a home can take away from the value, because people don't want the ongoing maintenance. So oftentimes people think a pool will increase the value, but actually that's a very individual value to each consumer out there buying a home. But definitely, if you're thinking of selling your home or condo, or you've been living in your home for 30 years, you think, where do I start now? What should I do? Feel free to give me a call. Doug and I built a couple of homes and remodels, and we'll share our experiences. And, I hope this gives you some insight today, and you won't be scared, because it's really a fun project to do, and I would do it again, and you don't often hear that. So on that note, we'll turn around, and spring is in the air, of course, and Marianne is sharing her spring photos. And what she says today is spring symbolizes rebirth, renewal, and growth. And I'm actually feeling that myself this week. And, the first photo here is the ducklings. Make way for the ducklings. This brood of ducklings is being raised on our island, just not on an island like Boston Public Gardens. And that was a very cute comment Marianne made today, because she knows I was in Boston looking at colleges. Must be spring. Plumerias are beginning to bloom. I know ours, Doug's and our plumerias are blooming in our home right now, and it's really fun to see them come out again. Love is in the air. 2 colourful rose ring parakeets. Wonderful photo, Marianne, by the way. And butterflies. And I actually saw a butterfly the other day too. And they help flowers reproduce by transferring pollen from flower to flower. And on that note, happy spring. Here we come. Aloha. Have a wonderful weekend.